I have been working on the railroad, as the song goes, and those rail stocks have been doing well. So, Jim, you and Dan Dicker were just recently talking about how oil is booming or helping to be booming because of the rails, that the rails are starting to transport more oil. So let's talk about the rails right now, because there's a lot of pieces to the rails story. And some believe that the rails are going to be booming because there's a lot going on. There are a couple of things that I wanted to ask you about. Ag products, there was a drought in the fall. The fall harvest is going to be hurt. That's not good. Cola's down. Not good. Autos are strong, though, and chemicals are up. So this is a hard picture to call because...
Yes, it is.
Which way do you think it's going to go?
First, the Wall Street Journal had a piece about it, and I don't want people to think I'm cribbing from them because I have been hammering the rails home every chance I can get. I've been calling. I did a big oligopoly series this week. There's a lot of jolly benign pricing in the rails. That's the first thing you gotta think of.
This is not a secret that the rails have done well.
They raised now. It is true that coal is the bedrock of rails, but it's also true natural gas at $4. At $4, you should switch if you're a utility that can have both, and you switch to coal. So the coal inventory is going down. That's why Norfolk Southern keeps going up. I am not recommending Norfolk Southern. Secondly, about the grains, yes, grains come and go. But grains can be offset by oil. So let's talk oil. Kansas City Southern has a trunk line that goes from the Bakken all the way down to the Gulf, and then beautifully from Mexico all the way up to the United States. I have a house in the state of Guanajuato, and the Guanajuato is right at just where all these auto companies are building. Honda's building there, Toyota's, BMW, Audi's building there. So KSU gets that. Brian Aschenberg, by the way, on Breakout Stocks, the first guy who alerted me to this. And they get the oil from the Bakken. So that's one way to play it. Secondly, New York, the Wall Street Journal pointed out that Burlington Northern, owned by Berkshire, that Rose, the CEO of Burlington Northern, very quickly realized that the potential here, met with Mark Papa. Mark Papa, who is the CEO of EOG, which is my favorite domestic, they get together and they realize, you know what, we got to get oil to the market. They don't think, the pipelines take too long to build. There's too many site problems with pipeline. Look at Keystone. I mean, so they then say, you know what, we're going to make this oil. Berkshire works. Berkshire's a pipeline company, an insurance company, a housing company, and a railroad. Those are the four horsemen of this recovery. So I like Berkshire too.
I think another piece of the puzzle, and as I mentioned, that the chemicals are up. You know, the rails have identified fracking as a new customer because they've got to get that toxic water out of there, and that's the easiest way for them to get stuff out.
But I also like Heckman, HEK as a spec, because they do the same, and I feel like that people shouldn't overlook that. I think that when you get a situation where there's so much drilling, there's a lot of companies to win. And look, I still like Enbridge. I still like TransCanada. My favorite is Kinder Morgan. They're big into this business too. And don't forget, Overseas Ship, which is a bankrupt company that will be coming out of bankruptcy. It's a $3 stock. They are a Jones Act play, U.S. flag. There's only 55 ships that are Jones Act. You take their ships, you take the refined product from Louisiana, you bring it over to the east because there's no pipeline. So there are so many plays here, and they all should be looked at. Overseas Ship, can you imagine?
I know you don't like Norfolk, but
it's run so much since it was in the mid 50s. They told you it was bottoming.
Give me your three top rail plays.
Okay, my three top is going to be KSU. Then I'm going to do Burlington Northern, which is Berkshire, and then I'll do Union Pacific. Union Pacific's great. It's just Union Pacific just took off again. I mean, now why not do CSX? CSX is primarily coal.
That was what I was.
It's too much coal.
Too much coal. Yeah. Okay, so there you go, folks. There's your top three rail names, although Jim has said there's many ways to play this. So watch the video a couple of times, write them all down, and then you'll know how to play this rail boom.